Well, what's happening since September?
Okay. Well, it's interesting. In like September and October, I noticed like my skills were so much better. I had spent so much time getting ready for camp and, like, you know, just practicing a lot and doing this and that, but not realizing anything. Just, you know, just getting ready for camp and being nervous and everything. And then all of that practice, I noticed suddenly I was much better. You know, it like.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah, it's like different things I would try. I go, oh yeah, well I can do that. And it just there was a payoff for all that.
Yeah.
So so I was playing a lot and doing stuff, and then I got a dulcimer. Yeah.
A distraction.
I should have known. I knew it would be a distraction.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I started playing. I met a guy who's a fiddle player, and he plays what's called old-timey music. And the guitar players in old-time jams are just like rhythm.
Yeah, just strumming chords, almost a little Neil Young type style, just little claw hammer things like the Needle and Damage Done. And
right, and I said, well, Howard, what do I do? And he said, the guitar players go boom chunk.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. He said, it's a thankless job.
You're playing this basically in two-part harmony.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
And the melody is, the main melody, if you were going to sing this, is it the higher note you're playing or the lower one?
I'm not sure. Let's see.
What are the first notes you play?
Okay, so
if
I were to sing "Oh Come All You Faithful," it would be the higher note of those two.
Yeah, and so if you were to play just the melody, starting on that G, let's hear that. So no harmony, just right. There you go. Okay.
So
you want to have that clear in your head, which you do because you know your ear is telling you that you're doing that. And now you've added a second voice consistently lower than it.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's important to understand. There are all kinds of songs. Hotel California does this, you know, has got that harmony lead at the end. Jessica, all kinds of Allman Brothers tunes have things where the two guitars are playing notes in harmony together, not the opening to what is that? Burning for You, Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah.
Anyway, but you hear that. Now, so one guitar is doing, and another's doing. Okay, and that's essentially what you're doing here.
Yeah.
So every melody note is matched with a harmony note. And if you were to play just the harmony, you'd have a hard time following it. Like, I mean, but if you wanted to sing this, if we want to sing this as a duet, one of us would have to learn that lower part. And that's what singing harmony is all about. Okay? When Crosby and Nash are doing stuff like this, this is what they're doing. Now, so there's a relationship between those two notes that is not always the same in terms of how far away they are from each other.
Right.
Okay? But so the first two notes you played were, the first melody note was what?
A G.
Okay, and then the harmony note that went with that was what?
A D. I think. Yeah.
So what chord is that implying?
Oh dear.
You didn't stay up all night studying?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I've gotten much more relaxed about these lessons, and don't worry. Okay, so is it 1-3-5? 1-3-5 is what we want. So G. Oh, I'm terrible at this. G. B.
Would be the third of a G chord.
Okay.
Right.
G, B, and D.
And D. So D.
Yeah. So D is in the G chord.
Right.
But we don't have the B.
But we're only playing two notes at a time.
We're just playing two notes. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
So every pair of notes is going to imply a chord, or maybe a couple of possible chords.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, but in this case, so D is the fifth of a G chord.
Yes.
Okay?
Got that.
And so in this case, we're playing the root of the chord is the melody.
Yes.
And below it, we're adding the fifth as the harmony note.
Okay.
Okay, with me there? Now the song opens up, or this little lick in, what is this, Margaritaville, opens up here.
Okay.
Now what two notes am I playing here?
Let's see. E. Is that a G?
No, G would be back here. Or are you looking at this one?
I'm looking at that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would this be? At the fifth
Okay,
fret
that's
here.
an A.
No, if I'm on this string,
E.
this is
I'm
the
sorry.
E, so I'm a whole
It's
step higher than E.
F. F sharp.
F sharp.
Okay.
So this
you got
is
your
this
F
same
sharp.
F sharp.
You got your F sharp. Okay, got it.
Now I've got F sharp and something higher than F sharp.
Probably the A.
Probably.
Yes. Oh, it is. Yes, of course it is. What do you know?
so this
right.
this little lick opens up with notes 3 and 5 of a D chord.
Okay. Yeah.
And eventually it ends on notes. It resolves back to 1 and 3. So these are all of these pairs of notes are the same distance apart. What do we call that interval?
A third.
A third. These are all thirds.
Okay.
Now, some thirds are this far apart, and some thirds are this far apart.
Right, which was what I was struggling with
Right.
as I was playing that, because sometimes it.
And it depends on what strings you're talking about too.
Right, because with B in there, it always mucks up the works.
Okay, so how far apart are these two notes?
Oh God.
Well, what are they?
It's a G and a B.
Okay.
And they're different.
So what interval is that though? From G to B?
A third?
A third. That's just a third.
Okay.
Yeah. And if we were to play a G scale on the G string, we'd play G, A, B, C, we keep going.
Right.
Okay? And if we were to play a G scale on this string at the same time, here we've got notes 1 and 3 of G. And that distance is called a major third because it's 2 full steps.
Okay.
Right? But if I go to the next third in this key, it's going to be notes 2 and 4 that are not the same distance apart as 1 and 3. You can see that this is not the same math as this.
Right.
Okay? And it's because we still have to follow we still have to pay attention to the half steps between 3 and 4 and 7 and 8. So if this is 3 and we're going to 4, we're only going a half step.
Right.
But if this is 1 and 2, we're going a whole step.
Yes.
Okay? So this is a minor third.
Okay.
So we've got major thirds and minor thirds on this string that either look like this or like this. This would be a major third.
Okay.
And that wouldn't be in the key that I'm in right now. Okay? But if I played a whole bunch of, let's say, parallel major thirds, I would just do this. Okay?
Okay.
That was, oddly enough, that worked out to be a G scale and a B scale being played together. Because I followed the exact same pattern
on both strings.
On both strings. Sounded terrible.
Right.
As a harmony thing.
Yeah, it's kind of odd.
It's real, you know, it's 20th century dissonance, you know. But if I wanted to stay in the key of G, I would have a major third here, and because this is note 4, it's going to be the next third is going to be a minor third. Right, so this is a minor third.
Okay.
And as I continue, this is note 2 and 4. These are 2 and 4. Here would be 3, and here would be 5.
Okay.
Now, 3 to 4 is going to be a half step. But 5 to 6 is going to be a whole step, so I'm back to a major third.
Okay.
Okay. Now, not uncoincidentally, chord number 1 in the key is a major chord because the third is a major third. Chord number 2 is a minor chord because that third is a minor third from 2 to 4. Same thing for chord 3.
Right.
This is going to be a minor chord, the equivalent of B minor.